Hey folks, Jeffrey Miss with Northman Ventures here. So today, got a quick little, I guess a product review is lack of a better term of what this is. And these will be in the form of some ear pods. And I know everybody's kind of rolling their eyes going, oh man, this is old school, man. Everybody has ear pods. Well, I don't. This is my first set. And I've actually been looking for something like this for a while. This particular brand had a sale not too long ago, so I jumped on that. 50% off, so I can't complain about that at all. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to try these out for a couple different reasons. First off, as you guys know, I ride the Harley a bunch, and that's why I'm wearing this long sleeve shirt on a summer days, because I'm about to jump on that thing and go for a ride, test these things out. But I get tired of the wind noise and the little foam inserts that you roll up and stuff in your ear. Those don't work very well. They're uncomfortable, et cetera, et cetera. They're cumbersome. I just don't like them, so I don't wear them. But if you're riding for longer than 30 minutes at highway speeds, you get that ringing in your ear and the road noise, and it's just rough. So I've been looking at something to solve that problem. The other issue was I really wanted something that could go to my Bluetooth on the phone, or whether it be traveling on the airlines or something like that. So I wouldn't have to borrow a set from, or get the free set from the airlines or whatever. And so these seem to be, I guess really a 4-in-1, and that's kind of what they say they are. Now, before I show you what the brand is, I am not sponsored by these guys at all. Like I said, I got these on sale. It was a ripping sale, 50% off online. It was just about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I figured why the heck not? They have a good, solid backing from some professionals out there. And so yeah, I went ahead and got some. So it's a big unknown for me, because I'm not used to running these types of things. But basically, these are AXIL XCOR Pros, and here's the box right there. Let me get my fingers out of the way. So AXIL, AXIL, and what these are is a Bluetooth digital ear protection ear pods. And so what they do is they noise cancel. So anything above a certain decibel range that's harmful for your hearing, it'll automatically cancel out. So road noise, shooting, and that's really what these are for shooting. But they apparently have some pretty good reviews on the motorcycle community as well. So shooting, motorcycles. They also have a kind of a cool little function that I've been kind of playing with a little bit, which is kind of a hearing enhancement. Now I have some Peltors, and they promote the hearing, they increase the decibels so you can hear and you can talk through. These do the same thing, but there's 3 different layers of hearing enhancement: low, medium, high. It's kind of neat when you play around with them a little bit, but that really wasn't the purpose of buying these. The purpose of buying these was primarily for the Harley, and now secondarily for shooting. So I'm kind of excited to get these out and test them with shooting. So anyway, I've already unboxed them, as you can tell. I've already been playing with them, but they come in a neat little box. Like I said, like here, let me tilt this down a little bit. Comes with a neat little box, opens right up, and it has a pretty cool little carrying case right there. And then one thing I did not know, and I already kind of destroyed the bag, but the directions are in a black bag, and it's stuffed on the bottom, and it looks like it's part of the box. So it actually took me a while to figure out that there's some directions in this box too. But I kind of feel dumb, but you know how that is. So some quick start guides, that kind of thing, walks you through it. But the little ear pod deal, nice little zipper carrying case. Now what's really cool about these is your ear fitment. The first thing I noticed was comes with a whole bunch of different foam and silicone, I guess attachments, for lack of a better word, that go with the ear pod, so you can custom tailor to whatever it is you're doing and your ear channels. The box itself, or not the box, but the carrying case itself is a nice, man, I can't talk today, is a neat little carrying case. It does serve as a battery charger, so you can, I think they said it can recharge the ear pods 3 times, if I remember right. But you just pop them open like that. Oops. Pop them open like that, and there you go. And they're supposed to last 12 hours on hearing protection. Let me tilt this back up. Hearing protection only, which is the talk through. Or if you want to use them as a Bluetooth, I think they use up power in 8 hours or something like that. But again, the little carrying case here recharges these things up to 3 times, I believe, and fully recharges, I think, in about 2 hours, if I remember right. I kind of skimmed through the directions. Most of us guys do, right? But the big thing is, so like I said, wind noise, shooting, the noise canceling, and it's talk through, so you get to hear, they cut out you when you're not going through the wind noise and stuff, when you're not shooting and everything, they actually revert back to normal, and you can have a normal conversation without thinking that you're gonna be yelling like you would with normal hearing devices or hearing protection devices. So that's kind of neat. You stop at a stoplight with your buddies or whatever, or you're done shooting, you don't want to be yelling, you know, this way you can just talk normal. And again, they work through your Bluetooth, whether you want to do it with your phone, with airline movies, that kind of thing. I'm kind of excited to hear that. Now, the extra bonus, like I talked about a little bit, was that it does have hearing enhancement. Haven't really played around that too much, but I do know on level 3, which is the maximum hearing advancement, do not do anything around the dogs because their bark is a little bit below the hearing threshold for these things, and that hearing enhancement really makes them loud. So don't do that. I learned the hard way. But yeah, so I'm gonna, I played around with the fitment, like I said, all the little options here. I got some on that seem to fit my ears, and apparently I have some really small ear canals. I had to use the smallest ones to get the right fitment, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna throw these on, fire up the Harley, and go for a little bit of ride and see if these things actually do cut down on the wind noise, which is really what I was all about. Now, normally these things run for about $300. As I said, these I got on sale for 50% off, so $150. I did opt for the extended warranty, and I think get another 2 years. I'll have to go back and check on that one, but 2 years on that. So, and I'm not even, I'll follow back around at the end of this video to tell you what the total warranty period is on these things, but because I can't remember, I don't want to be incorrect. But again, I am not sponsored by these guys. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I got these for a specific purpose, saw a good sale, jumped on it, and we'll see if they live up to the hype. If the packaging and everything else is any indication, I'm going to say yes. And just playing around with them with the dogs upstairs, outside here, it's going to be kind of a neat little experiment. So anyway, we'll see if they solve the big problem, which is the wind noise on that thing. So see ya in a couple hours. Yeah, I'll let you know what I think and go from there. So AXIL XCOR Pros, that's what these are. See you in a bit. right, we're back, and nice little, what, 2 or 2.5 hour ride, something like that. So testing out the AXIL XCOR Pros, like I said at the beginning of this video. So initial impressions, I love these things. so if you're on the fence, just buy them. The longer review is not what I expected, actually. They cut out the wind noise. That's 100%. So all that high-pitched noise at 75, 80, 85, that's gone. That causes that ringing in your ears, right? So that's all gone. What I didn't expect is the technology on these things are a little bit different than the Peltors that I have. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying the Peltors I have are, what, 12, 13 years old, something like that. So obviously the noise canceling and talk through technology has changed quite a bit. And these were just the, these aren't the really high-end Peltors. These are like the $140, just shooting earmuff type stuff. They are talk through and they are noise canceling, but they're not like these. So what I didn't expect is, and I'm gonna have to play around with the settings on these. It's hard to do when you're riding the bike, but I'm gonna experiment with that. Yes, it canceled out all that high-pitched noise, like I said, but it didn't cancel out all the high-pitched noise that didn't reach that decibel level, if that makes sense. So the wind noise got canceled out, but all the the brake pads on the rotors, I could hear that now. I could hear the little tinging and the little things going on with the bike that I couldn't hear before. Yeah, those are high frequency noises, but they're not high volume noises, high decibel noises. So it really did change the entire riding experience with these. Now this could be, depending on the setting that I had on the noise cancellation versus the noise accentuation. That could play a big difference. Like I said, these have 3 different volume, or not volume levels, 3 different levels of noise enhancement. So I don't know. I think I was on the middle, I guess the middle scale. So low, medium, high. I think I was on medium. Next time out, I'm going to go with the low and see if that changes anything. But what was really cool about it is I could hear cars beside me. I could hear the exhaust tone. I could hear things that I never heard before on the motorcycle without this type of ear protection. So it was a much different, and I would say arguably more pleasurable experience. So we'll see. Well, as I ride with other folks, today was a solo ride. As I ride with other folks, it'll be interesting to see how well these do, like at the stoplight when you're chatting with your bros or whatever, you're trying to yell at each other on which way to go, that kind of stuff. It'll be interesting to see what happens. The other thing was the stereo. I could hear the radio a lot more. Now, I know it's a Harley, you're not there to listen to the radio, but sometimes you're just cruising by and you want to listen to some good tunes. I could hear it a lot better, but again, the noise enhancement was such that the higher frequencies actually kind of didn't feel very good in the ear. So I had to get into the equalizer, tone down the treble, and accentuate the bass a little bit more. So now this is just a factory stereo. I haven't put in the Rockford Fosgate setup that I'm building for that thing yet. Different video. So we'll get into that later. But so the stereo, I had to retune the equalizer because these things really like to accentuate the high pitch, the high frequency noises. And for me, that's that piercing noise. That's what I don't like. So had to tone that down a little bit. It didn't hurt. Obviously, the decibel level wasn't to that point where you're having problems. It's just the music doesn't sound like I like it to sound anymore. So yeah, much different driving experience. I like them. Again, I'm gonna have to play around with the settings a little bit more. What I did not do was, since these are Bluetooth capable, I did not route them through my cell phone. That might actually make a difference in the frequency level of the stereo. You know how you hook up your phone to your Bluetooth on your car. It sounds different. It sounds a little clearer because it's not going through the airwaves anymore. It's all through digital. So I'm gonna give that a try. Hook these up to the noise cancellation, enhancement, and Bluetooth all at the same time. So we're gonna do the whole thing. So yeah, I'm gonna experiment with these a lot more. Now again, this was just 2 hours on the Harley. I'm actually really excited to try these out shooting now. I have no doubt that they won't reduce the decibel level, but what was really cool was that unlike the Peltors, when the noise level got above that certain decibel range, it cut out the sound completely. These are different. These cut out the high decibel sound, but allowed everything else to come through that wasn't at that level. So I'll have to go back and look and see what that level is. I'll put it in the comments, or not the comments, but the video description. But let's just say arbitrarily, we're talking about 85 decibels, right? Everything, those frequencies above 85 decibels were cut out, but the same frequency noises that were below 85 decibels weren't. And so I could still hear that high-pitched noise. I could still hear the sound of the Harley. I could still hear the wind, but not the high-pitched ringing wind. I could still hear everything except for that stuff that really I was trying to eliminate. So these things did it. I'm really impressed. So I'm kind of curious, maybe I need to upgrade my Peltors now, get some better shooting gear. I'm no doubt does the noise cancellation and enhancement technology with Peltor increase as well. So again, those are 13 years old or so. So anyway, AXIL XCOR Pros. That's what these are right here. It comes in this little fancy little case. Highly recommended. 5 out of 5 stars right now. Again, I just got these. I have 2 hours of experience with them, but these are awesome for the reason why I bought them, and I'm actually really excited to try them out on everything else now that were kind of a bonus icing on the cake. So like the noise cancellation in the airplane. You know, while you're listening to watching the video, you want to get that hum and all that kind of stuff out. Hopefully that's what these will do. The Bluetooth capability, they do route through the phone. You can take calls with these things. I'm excited to try that out. And again, shooting. Yeah, definitely gonna be trying these out for shooting. Throw them in my go bag or so. Because like I said at the beginning of the video, the noise accentuation function, when you're on level 3, you can hear all sorts of different stuff. When you're taking a step on the carpet with your bare feet, you can hear that now. It's pretty incredible. So I'm gonna play around with these a lot more. You know, again, $300 normal MSRP price tag. I got them on 50% off, so $150 plus, and I believe it was $25 for the, I think it was an extra 2 years of extended warranty, I believe. I'll put that in the video description as well, but highly recommended, worth the $150. Even if no other reason, sorry about that, compressor. Even if for no other reason that I use them for nothing else other than the Harley, these are gonna be worth it. So anyway, highly recommended. AXIL XCOR Pros. Just buy them. It's really as simple as that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe below. What do you guys use on your motorcycle, if you use anything at all? If you have experience with these, comment. I'd like to know what your thoughts are. If you have a different brand, I'd like to know you know, what that is in by comparison to say, you know. So anyway, again, like, comment, subscribe below. We'll see you next video. So again, AXIL XCOR Pros. Buy them.